computer. All right, so welcome everybody. Congratulations on your business. My name is Marnie Hernandez, and today we are doing the Vatican. So welcome. All right, so the link is in the chat box. If you haven't registered yet, please go in and register. And then hold on, I'm just trying, and then we'll get started. Now, if you're new with us, a lot of people will do it, will follow along on their phone and then take the test online. We do a test. Now we have this for this week and next Friday, but I don't know, maybe we can finish it this week. So again, I don't know yet until we get started, okay? Send it again, yes, here we go. Here is the link. So go in there, again, very easy. Once you've registered once with TPO, and we just did a couple trainings on these, you'll be registered for future ones. So that's kind of good too. And I like these programs because again, they're you know, easier to understand. They go through and then they again have the test, and then you get the certificate, okay? So another cool thing about this. So again, we're learning about the different destinations, the different vendors, the different places and stuff so you can share with your clients, okay? But another thing why we do this is besides learning about it and sharing, you get a lot of, well, for one thing, doing it together, like with us now. We get to be able to, you know, a lot of people maybe have been there or lived there, and they share their experiences and stuff that we wouldn't get through the regular training. So again, that's kind of fun to kind of see that and understand that and experience that. Also, besides all that, you also get invited then on fam trips. You get invited on lunch and learns, webinars. Sometimes you end up getting free stuff. So you know, people have won luggage, people have won backpacks, people have won trips. So again, stay plugged in. We just did Oasis, guys. You get 3 free nights in Cancun just for doing the training, okay? That's on my YouTube channel. Hold on, let me pull that up. I had this all pulled up for you guys, and then something happened and went down. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, please do. Let me go ahead and put this in here for you. 133. Sorry, I'm multitasking. All right, so my YouTube channel is right here. I record everything, okay? So as I said, we just did Oasis. We did Morocco and Oasis together, okay? We did two of, well, we did them the same day. So it wasn't on the schedule because we had extra time. So right here, Morocco and Oasis, okay? So yeah, Chantal, congratulations. Qatar. We did the incentive voucher program yesterday. So make sure you guys get in here. If you don't watch my live trainings, I do record all of them. So they're all right here. Okay. I also do the travel agent opportunity. You guys want to share the business? Let's do it. You want to learn about team building? It's great. It's a great, like I said, today's residual payday. A lot of us got paid today. Why not, you know, do any way that you can make money? Why not? Right? All right. And if you're new, you only need 6 agents, 6 business partners to be able to cover your monthly. All right. Just wanted to throw that out there only because it's residual payday. All right, guys. Also, in our incentive voucher group, do you guys see my screen here? Let me share again, make sure. All the trainings are already listed. So if you haven't registered for some, like we're doing Wyndham tomorrow, we're doing Dallas on Wednesday, we're doing the Vatican specialist program on Friday, and then Iberostar on Saturday, okay? So you can go in and pre-register. This is under our incentive voucher group. If you haven't registered, please do. And again, I just did that training. It's on my YouTube. It's a great way to market your business. Okay, guys. So again, check it out. There we go. Answer the questions. Okay. So again, congratulations, and let's go ahead and get started. So is everybody registered? If not, again, we'll wait for you. So again, if you're new, what happens is I'll read or we'll watch videos, okay? And then when we get to the test part, where did you go in the group to find the link? Okay, right here in the incentive voucher group, it's actually under featured. If you go to featured, you'll find it there, okay? And then also, I want to show you on this incentive voucher, and again, throw it up to Sandy Gunderson for doing this. But she also, besides going into my YouTube and trying to look around for all these, so right here's the links, right? But she also put a spreadsheet out for you guys. So like Disney is like 6 or 7 different trainings, right? So instead of going through my YouTube trying to find each one, she actually put it in a spreadsheet here for you guys. So I need to pin it to the top so I don't always have to go through and try to find it for you guys. But I'll get it here. It'll be right here. Here it is. All right. Da, da, da. Where do you find the raffle vouchers? That's Nina. Again, that's in this link that I just sent you. Okay, we're not going to go over that training because I just did it yesterday. It's right here in my YouTube channel. And you'll see right here at the top. It's the last one I posted. Ding, 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 right here. Incentive voucher training. That tells you everything about it. Morocco, right here. All right there for you guys. Okay. So again, if you missed it, it's all right there. You can catch up. Okay. All right. So let me go back to this spreadsheet now that I got out of it. Here it is. All right. And I'm going to pin this to the top if it'll allow me to. Come on. Come on. Da, 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 da. All right, pin to top. There we go. Now I won't have trouble finding it. All right, so you open up this spreadsheet. And all the different programs that have these trainings are up here at the top. See here, register ahead of time, okay? You have Carnival, Princess, Riviera Cruises, Travel Agent University, Travel Agent Academy, okay? So you have all of them. Again, go in and pre-register. And then all these over here on the left, we've done, okay? We've done Bali, Bahamas, Barcelona, Bolivia, Brazil, Bora, California. We still have a few more to visit. But as you see here, this is my YouTube, and this is the link to get in to do the training. So a lot of people get in and do the Disney, and they're like, they get stuck because some of those questions are really hard. That's why it's, again, a lot of fun when we do it together because we all learn together and we help each other, right? My kids ended up throwing their computer because they're like, I can't do that. I can't figure this out. When in fact, the answers are right here in my YouTube. Okay, so just wanted to share that. This is the spreadsheet for you guys. Okay, all right. So there it is. And again, these are under the incentive vouchers because the incentive vouchers are available for everybody. Okay, so make sure you guys get in and register. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're doing the Vatican today, okay? And then I'm working on November. Let me see if I've got amazing helpers here. So again, I appreciate you know, we all try to help each other. Hey there, do you have the list of November certs yet for our training? I'm on training now and just wanted to kind of show. Okay. All right, so let's look here. Bye-bye. Okay. All right, so we have our new list coming out, which I'll share with you. So again, if you guys think of things you want to see or do or train on, let me know if it's not in our list, okay? So here, I'm already signed in, but I'm going to sign in. I have to sign in again because I just went to the link. log in with email, log in with Facebook. Once you get logged in, you're great. Okay. Okay. All right. Next. Da, 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 da. All right. Then I have to confirm, of course. Send it. Oh, tell me I don't have access. Why is that? Okay, so let me try with my Facebook page. Is everybody else registered and ready to go? Is everybody able to get into it? Or why ain't I able to get into it? What's going on? All right. Popping up on my computer that I'm not, they're not able to approve me on it. All right, here, 909-623. All right, I think I'm ready. Again, guys, I'm not a specialist, okay? I'm an agent just like you guys. I just share and do these because they're kind of fun. And it's like something we can do as a group, okay? All right, there I am, I'm in, yay! All right, guys. So she just shared with me for next month. This is kind of like what we're hopefully going to be doing, just so you know. Vienna, Austria, American Queen, Contiki 1 and 2, RIU hotels, Panama City Beach, Uplift, Intrepid Travel, Washington, D.C., Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Singapore, Argentina, Chile, French Guiana, and Uruguay. Okay. Those are for next month. Okay. Kind of some different ones, throwing some, things in the US, out of the country, and then some vendors. So I'll be adding that calendar out probably next week. So again, let's keep, learning together. Okay. All right. Perfect. Let's go. All right. So we are doing the Vatican. So if it didn't pull up, let's type it in, Vatican, search. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Here we are. All right. So we have the specialist program, and then we have these other ones. Okay. So let's, I guess, is everybody here? And should we start here with the specialist program? You guys okay with that? We'll click there, start with the first one, and then we'll just move our way through, right? All right, so here we are. It says one of the most, okay, and also guys, just want to first pronunciations. I screw up a lot, so I want to let you know that, if I say something wrong or mispronounce it, please feel free to say something. If you guys have questions, need help, please go in and in the chat box, but put it to everyone, because I'm going to be reading, so I'm not going to be able to stop and answer a lot. If you need me, unmute and you can talk to me, okay? All right, so one of the most sacred places in Christendom and the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican, is an ecclesiastical monarchical state. I'm sorry. Ruled by the Pope. Today, the Vatican City stands as a testimony to a history of 2 millennia, and it's directly and tangibly linked with the history of Christianity.
Marnie, it's ecclesiastical.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Ecclesiastical.
No problem.
Thank you. All right. So the courses offered, we're going to be doing these courses, okay? Introduction, essentials, know the Vatican City better, the must-dos, and then shopping and dining and staying, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started on this first one, which is an introduction. So let's click view details. All right, so Vatican, one of the most sacred places. Okay, we went through this, Vatican. Okay, so we read that already. Intermediate, it's about 40 to 50 minutes. English, pass the quiz to complete the course, okay? So again, if you need to jump off for any reason, guys, come back. Make sure you complete and get your certificate, okay? That's all I ask. We will have the answers because again, we are recording it, okay? All right, so the overview, that's this, frequently asked questions. Let's check that out. All right, I think that must be the next one. So let's start the course. Da, 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 da. All right, introduction. All right, also right up here, do you see this? Add to itinerary. Do you see that? If you click all slides, that will save everything we're going over, except of course the test questions. So up here, my itinerary, it'll list, you can go back and, so you don't have to do screenshots. If you go to promote this, you'll have these slides already for you, okay? All right, so who governs the Vatican? And again, a lot of these, are learning lessons. Some have history and stuff, but it all rolls into one to help you to be a better salesperson and understand for your client. So one of the most sacred places in Christendom and the headquarters of Roman Catholic Church, the Vatican, is an go ahead. What is it?
Ecclesiastical.
Ecclesiastical, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Monarchical state ruled by the Pope. Today, the Vatican City stands as a testimony to a history of 2 millennia and is directly and tangibly linked with the history of Christianity. It has been the center of Christianity since the foundation of St. Peter's Basilica by the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great in 4th century AD, who was the first Roman emperor to embrace Christianity. The Vatican, at a later stage, became the permanent seat of the popes and is preeminent holy city for Catholics, an important archaeological site of the Roman civilization, and is a major cultural reference point for both Christians and non-Christians. The name Vatican is ancient, predating Christianity, and is derived from the Latin Mons Vaticanus, Vatican Hill. It is supposed that this originally uninhabited part of Rome, the Ager Vaticanus, had long been considered sacred. The area was also the site of worship for the Phrygian goddess Sibyl before the advent of Christianity. During Roman times, Agrippina, the elder, got the gardens laid out in the area. Emperor Caligula started the construction of a circus that was later completed by Emperor Nero, and Roman necropolis was built in 1st century AD here. This area later became the site of martyrdom of many Christians after the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD. Ancient tradition holds it that in this circus, St. Peter was crucified upside down, and in the 4th century AD, the first church in Vatican. The Constantinian Basilica was built over the same site where St. Peter was buried. The Vatican City's architectural history brings to the fore the prestigious development of an artistic ensemble of exceptional buildings like Basilica of St. Peter, the Belvedere Court, Vatican Palace, museums, library, the Chapel of Nicholas V, the Borgia apartment, the Sistine Chapel, the 4 Raphael rooms. Sorry, my phone was going off. Now where am I? Okay, there we go. The Pauline Chapel, whose construction was spread over centuries with contributions from brilliant architects of Renaissance and Baroque periods, representing a unique masterpiece of the modeling of space, integrating creations which are amongst the most renowned mankind. All right, so here we go, the introduction, okay? How Vatican got its name. The area named Vatican was already in use in the time of Rome Republic, which then was a marshy area on the west bank of River Tiber, across from the city of Rome. The name Vatican City was officially first used in the Lateran Treaty of 1929, which created this modern independent city state named after Vatican Hill, making it independent from Italy. Who governs Vatican? The Holy See is the name given to the government of the Roman Catholic Church, which is led by the Pope as the Bishop of Rome. The Vatican Palace is the residence of the Pope within the city walls. And then its geographical location, unique due to the country's position as an urban, landlocked enclave of Rome, Italy. With an area of 0.49 kilometers, it is the world's smallest independent nation state. The Vatican sits on a low hill called the Vatican Hill, and the city is fundamentally urban, and the buildings occupy half of the total area, while the rest is reserved for open spaces, including the Vatican Gardens. All right, ready for our first quiz, guys. So I'll make sure everybody's in and ready. All right, best period to visit in Vatican. So the climate, Vatican City has the same climate as Rome. Winters through September to mid-May are cold, wet, and partly cloudy. The summers, which is May to September months, are hot, humid, and dry. The best period to visit Vatican is from May to October, usually a test question, so remember that. The country code is 379, okay? So if you need to call them, it's 379. And the currency they use is euros, okay? You guys got that? All right, is everybody ready to get started? Take the test. Again, we don't want to leave anybody behind, okay? All right, everybody ready? Let's go. Ding, 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 ding. Where is the headquarters? Now, guys, I want to also explain, a lot of times the questions may be out of order. Okay, so your question may not be at the top, but it will be down below, okay, or whatever. So don't think, hey, you guys got different questions, okay? Just pay attention. Where is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church located? Is it Lourdes? Is it Vatican City? Is it Bethlehem? Got 25 people on here.
Vatican City.
Vatican City. Let's try that. Okay. What is the name given to the government of the Roman Catholic Church? Is it Holy Sees, Holy Cross, Mons Vaticanus?
Holy See.
Holy See. Where was Saint Peter crucified? Jerusalem, Galilee, or Vatican City?
Vatican City.
And in which year was the name Vatican City first officially used? Was
1929.
Look at you go. All right. What is the name of the world's smallest independent nation state?
Vatican
City.
And what is the best period to visit the Vatican?
May to October.
And state whether true or false. The Vatican is a landlocked enclave of Rome, Italy.
True.
All right, so you guys got that? So Vatican City, the Holy Cross, Vatican City, the Treaty 1929, Vatican City. Looks like Vatican City is 3 of them. All right, true, and May to October. Let's check it out. 7 out of 7. Whoop, 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 whoop. Congratulations, you passed your first course. All right, everybody good? And you can view your certificate. I think you get a certificate here. Let's check it out. Yep, you got your certificate for the specialist program. So if you want to jump up and leave, you got your certificate. Congratulations. I don't recommend it. I suggest you stay on board and let's finish the entire course, okay? All right, congratulations. You can share on social media, etc. So now we're going to go down here. All right. Get the best deals for the Vatican introduction. Let's just click here and see what it says. Okay, request a quote. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into essentials. What essentials do you need for the Vatican? Ding, 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 ding. All right, so boop, boop, boop. And did I miss any on that last one? That seemed awful short, right? All right, maybe they're talking about 40 minutes for the entire thing. So all right, the Vatican City, by virtue of being located in Rome, hence it is only accessible via Italy and Vatican, maintains an open border with Italy and is treated as part as Schengen area, hence Schengen visa rules apply de facto. All right, so again, start the course, pass the quiz to complete the course. Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, so essentials. What is and you got an email with your certificate also. Again, click all slides to save your itinerary. Okay, you already added it. Okay, so proceed anyway. All right. So here, let's just thumb through some of these pictures really quick. Okay, essentials. Oh no, here, that's not the pictures, that's training. Okay, never mind. Let's go back here. Okay, so here, Vatican visa requirements. Vatican City, by virtue of being located in Rome, hence it is only accessible via Italy, and Vatican maintains an open border with Italy and is treated as part of Schengen area, hence Schengen visa rules apply de facto. Visitors from non-Schengen nationals need to apply and obtain Schengen visa to enter Vatican City, while citizens of Schengen countries do not need a visa for Vatican City. They are able to visit the Holy See by simply presenting a valid national ID card at Schengen border checkpoints. Okay. Okay, next. Getting to Vatican City. So you have international arrivals. The Vatican City has no airport and no sea borders, and the only way to enter is from Italy. Since Vatican City is an enclave in Rome, it is serviced by 2 international airports, Fiumicino and Ciampino, closest to the Vatican City. Both airports operate with international airlines, thus having flights from and to most countries of the world. Commuting from Rome airports to Vatican City. So you have tax and limousine, convenient way to commute from both the international airports in Rome to Vatican City and back. Taxi and limo transfers can be booked online or on arrival at airport through Rome Airport Taxi. And here's the link. Welcome pickups here, book taxi Rome here, Rome limousine car services here, and Connecto here. Okay, so those are all your links to find transportation. By metro, you have the airport does not have its own train station within the building. The closest train station is Ciampino train station, located 5 kilometers from the airport, accessible by bus from the airport. From the Ciampino airport, visitors can take a train to Roma Termina. From there, visitors can take Rome Metro Line A to Ottaviano S station, which is located outside Vatican walls. From here, it is a few minutes walk to the Vatican City. Traveling from Fiumicino Airport to the Vatican is not possible with the direct line. Visitors intending to go to the Vatican should take Leonardo Express to Rome, and from here take Metro from Metro A Bastini and alight at the Cyprus Vatican Museums stop. And then by bus, visitors traveling on a budget can avail public bus service. However, there's no direct bus service from Simpiano Airport to the Vatican City. From Simpiano Airport, the bus will drop the visitor to the center of Rome at Termini Station. And from here, visitors can avail the metro service, which will drop the visitor to Ottaviano Station a few blocks away from the Vatican City. And then from Fiumicino Airport to Vatican City by bus is a budget-friendly option. The bus will drop visitors near the Vatican at Piazza Cavour. The bus takes a circuitous route, and it can take over an hour depending on traffic conditions. All right, another essentials, the dress code. Men and women need to cover their knees and upper arms. It is prohibited to wear shorts or skirts above the knee and sleeveless tops. Male visitors take their hats off before entering, whereas women may continue to wear theirs. Okay, got that, guys? Electricity voltage power plug, standard voltage 230 volt, frequency 50 Hz, and the power plugs and sockets are the type F and L. Again, recommend that they either bring you know, an outlet with them, or they can purchase them usually at the airports and stuff. Okay, we have another quiz coming up, guys. So how about travel cards visitors can get? So you have the Omnia card. The Rome and Vatican Pass is a great option for the visitors to the Eternal City. Rome and the key attractions of Vatican City. It is a city travel card that will help visitors navigate their way in Vatican City. Access to major museums and sites in Vatican are included in this pass, and visitors can save a further 10% by booking online to avoid crowds when you arrive in Rome. The card includes free public transport, bus, train, tram, and metro. Free transport to and from airport is not included. The card from activation is valid for 3 days. It is activated the first time you enter one of the included attractions or use public transport for the first time. And then the Rome tourist card, great option for visiting Rome and Vatican. It includes skip the tickets to the St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican Museums, Sistine Chapel, and the Castle St. Angelo. It also includes public transport inside Rome, buses, metro, trams, and trains. The purchase card is valid for 6 months unless there is a price change of the card or the services is made before the expiry of 6 months. The card gets activated at the time of first entry to museums, sites, and or first journey on public transportation. All right, guys, ready for the next one? Let's do it. All right. Are you guys learning anything? Oops.
Yes.
Hey there, can you work on that text I sent you? Okay. All right. State whether true or false in regards to the Vatican dress code. Men and women need to cover their knees and upper arms.
True.
Yeah. Which travel card can visitors avail for visiting the Vatican City?
Omnia Rome. Yeah.
Very good. What type of power plugs and sockets are used in the Vatican City?
F and L.
Very good. What is the electricity voltage in Vatican City?
230.
Is it 230?
Yeah.
Okay, and which international airport serves the Vatican City?
Fiumicino and Campino.
First one.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right, let's check it out. Ding, 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 ding. 5 out of 5. Congratulations. You now got your second certificate, guys. Yay. See how easy this is? All right. So post your certificates, wait till you get them all, and then you can share it all. All right. So know the Vatican City better. All right. So let's find out what's all there is to offer. All right, so Vatican is a young nation formed in 1929. When? 1929, with an ancient history dating back to 2 millennia. Here, the TBO Academy shares interesting tidbits of Vatican history with our esteemed agent partners. So let's go ahead and start the course. I did press it. Hold on. All right. So a brief history again. Now it's your history class. This is the one we're on, right? Okay. So Vatican is a young nation. We read that. Okay. Early history. During the times of Roman Republic, Vatican was referred to as a small hill and a plain on the west bank of the river Tiber, which was largely an uninhabited area due to its close proximity to the Etruscan city of Vale, which was at war with Roman Republic and flooding from river to Tiber that happened regularly. By 33 AD, Agrippina the Elder had the marshy area drained and gardens laid. Her son, Emperor Caligula built a circus for charioteers in the garden. The obelisk that today stands at St. Peter's Square was brought by Caligula from Egypt to decorate the circus. However, the circus was completed by Emperor Nero, and it came to be known as Nero's Circus. The area became the site of the martyrdom of many Christians, including St. Peter. The first basilica was constructed by Emperor Constantine in 4th century AD, known as Constantinian Basilica of St. Peter, which is believed to be the tomb of St. Peter. Later in 5th century AD, a palace was built by Pope Symmachus. All right. Papal states. Popes generally become more powerful in governed regions near Rome, covering a large portion of the Italian peninsula as papal states for more than 1,000 years until mid-19th century, where all the papal territory was seized by the newly created Kingdom of Italy. Besides confiscating church properties in many places, including the coronal palace of Pope by the King of Italy in 1871, which became a royal palace. Pope Plus the ninth, the last ruler of the Papal States, was referred to as a prisoner in the Vatican, and this period of uncertainty between 1861 and 1929, the status of the Pope was referred to as the Roman question. All right, so brief history now. Vatican City was one of the world's most striking religious architecture, which was constructed over several centuries, characterized by Roman, Baroque, and Gothic styles. In terms, oops, hold on one moment, here we go. Styles, Baroque styles, hold on, where am I now? Okay, in terms of the Romanesque influence, the Constantinian Basilica was the predecessor of St. Peter's Basilica, reflecting the design based on vaults covering the space with a curved structure of stones, with building as a dominant feature, while artistic activities such as paintings and sculptures were in a subsidiary position. From the Roman Renaissance period, mid-15th to mid-16th centuries, the prime examples are the Vatican Library, Sistine Chapel, Apostolic Palace, New St. Peter's Basilica, Raphael's rooms, Borgia apartments, which are majestic, masculine, centralized composition, combination of city and square, reflecting the genius of the architects who built these buildings. The Baroque architectural style predominant in 17th century showcased magnificence with mystical surroundings and always attempted to leading human ideals to the worship of Catholicism. Sorry, it is best reflected in the exterior and interior decoration of St. Peter's Basilica, with large-scale ceiling, murals, illusory paint like illusory effects, a mixture of painting with combined structure, painting, and architecture to create an illusion effect. The corridors of Vatican highlight the lighting, leading the dramatic visual distance effect. Architects and artists used a large amount of gold, silver, and copper to embroider, decorated with pilasters in the 20th century. Modern architecture also contributed in the form of government palace, which was constructed in eclectic architectural style between 1927 and 1931. All right, Lateran Treaty. The negotiations for the settlement of the Roman question began in 1926 between the Italian government and the Holy See. This culminated into the Lateran Treaty in 1929. It settled the ambiguity brought about by the period of the Roman question. The treaty established Vatican as an independent country, granting 109 acres of land governed by the Pope. Besides, Italian government also gave financial compensation to the Roman Catholic Church for the loss of papal state. Forced to give up political power, the popes focused on spiritual issues. During World War II, Vatican stayed neutral while German forces occupied the city of Rome. Both Allied and Alexis aircraft crews respected the Vatican's neutrality when bombing Rome. Ooh, all right, next. All right, so know your Vatican better. All right, so the Vatican City is a world famous religious site, serves as a seat of power for the Catholic Church, home to the Pope, and offers truly breathtaking architecture and art. Here, TVO Academy provides interesting insights to agents, partners in giving a better understanding of the Vatican City. Vatican is uniquely the only sovereign country located within the city of Rome, also the smallest state, 0.49 square miles in the world by both area and population. They only have 799 citizens in the beginning of this year. All right, the Vatican City is a hill surrounded by a wall. The wall makes Vatican City the only country in the world to have a wall around most of its territory. Vatican is the only country to be entirely designated as the only UNESCO World Heritage country. Vatican was declared an independent state in 1929. The document stating its birth as a city-state is called Patti Lateranense, the Lateran Treaty, and carries the signatures of Pietro Caspari, a Roman Catholic cardinal, diplomat and politician, and Benito Mussolini, the then Duce of the Italian Socialist Republic. Vatican City is also called the Holy See. Vatican City is the actual nation, while the Holy See acts as a legal entity. While the popes come and go, the Holy See as a conceptual entity is eternal. Even in United Nations, the Catholic Church is represented not as Vatican City, but the Holy See. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest Catholic church in the world. Took 120 years to complete, 400 feet tall, 138 feet in diameter. Construction began in 1506, was completed in 1626. The basilica covers an area of 23,000 square meters. Visitors can climb to the top of the dome, designed to be the renowned Renaissance architect, sculptor, and painter Michelangelo will be rewarded with stunning views of the city and St. Peter's Square. Then you have Vatican, the city, Square, where am I? Vatican City has no official language. Italian is used for official communication. Swiss German is used for commands with Swiss guards, while other languages like French, Romance, Polish, and Spanish are also in use. The citizens of Vatican City are called Vaticani. Okay, Vatican has an impressive art collection. The Vatican museums cover 42,735 square meters, making them the 5th largest museum in the world, the 5th largest, okay? Collection contains everything from ancient Egyptian mummies, religious art masterpieces from Van Gogh, Picasso, Michelangelo, Raphael, and many more. Visitors can take in the full scope of this magnificent collection. Visitors intending to catch a glimpse of the Pope can visit the Vatican City on Wednesday mornings, where he passes through St. Peter's Square and blesses the crowd. Alternately, on Sundays at 12 noon, the Pope addresses the audience from the window of his apartment. Visitors intending to hear the Pope on Sunday can head to St. Peter's Square half an hour early and line for security. Under the 1929 Lateran Treaty, Italy guaranteed to construct a railway station in Vatican, which was officially opened in 1934. It is known as Stazione Vaticana and is the only station of the Vatican Railway and been primarily used for freight operations and only since 2015. Has a regular scheduled weekly passenger service provided by the Vatican Museums and Italian Railway every Saturday. In COVID times, visitors intending to take the ride should check its operational status. Vatican Railway has 2 tracks, but only 1 station and 1 platform, making it the shortest railway service in the world. Vatican has never employed any railway workers, and all train carriages belong to the Italian Railways. Population of the Vatican City state is 100% Catholic, the only country on earth to have the entire country belong to a single religion. All right, almost done. Ready for our 3rd quiz. Vatican adapted the euro as its currency in 1999, making it the official currency of the Vatican City, although it is not a member of EU. Vatican euro coins are minted by IPZS in Rome, Italy, and are issued by the Philatelic and Numismatic Office of the Vatican City, State, and Vatican euro coins are a legal tender in Italy and San Marino. Vatican City has its own flag, national anthem, post office, telephone system, its own license plates, and issues its own passports. The national flag of Vatican was adopted upon signing of the Lateran Treaty of 1929, and it consists of 2 vertical stripes of yellow color on the left, while on the right with the keys of St. Peter crossing each other and the papal tiara above them. Pope Julius II first hired Swiss guards in 1506, known for their strength and legendary loyalty for his personal protection. And in 1512, the Pope gave them the title Protectors of the Freedom of the Church. They are also known officially as Pontifical Swiss Guard. Currently, 135 members strong who have been protecting and ensuring the safety of the Pope since then. They wear a uniform which harks back to Renaissance period. However, these soldiers are well trained and skilled marksmen, besides being Swiss citizens. The Vatican has a unique economy as visitors far outnumber the actual citizens of the country. Its economy is supported by the sale of the postage stamps, museum admission fees, tourist souvenirs, sale of publications, and contributions give the Vatican its income, as it does not have any taxation. Sorry about that. As of 2019, the Vatican City GDP per capita was of USD 21,198, making the 18th wealthiest nation in the world per capita. Vatican City has its own postal service separate to that of Rome. It is marked with yellow post boxes, which differ from the red post boxes of Rome. Vatican has a museum dedicated to philately and numismatics. Vatican has its own daily multilingual newspaper, La Osservatore Romano, in print since 1861. The Vatican also has its domain .via and Vatican Radio, which broadcasts online. Vatican has the biggest library in the world, having over 1 million texts in its collection, and thousands of books get added every year to its massive collection, primarily consisting of Latin, Greek, and Hebrew texts covering everything from classics to religion and philosophy, with oldest texts dating back to the 1st century. Vatican is one of the biggest consumers of wine per capita in the world. Okay, that's weird. They ranked second in bottles per capita in 2017, where each of their citizens consumed an average of 76 bottles every year. The ATM machines in Vatican have default instructions in Latin. They are the only ATM machines in the world with this feature. The Vatican Postal Service is considered amongst the best in the world, with more letters sent from its postcode than anywhere else in the world. Popes cannot donate their organs after they pass away. Their body becomes the property of the Vatican City State and must be buried intact. You guys know that? Vatican City has no native population, as all its citizens are immigrants and are approved and appointed by the Pope to live and work in the city. And Vatican only issues diplomatic or service passports. Once the workers stop working, the citizenship is revoked, and that is why it has the smallest population of any country in the world. Wow, interesting, huh, guys? All right, let's take the quiz. Dun, da, 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 da. All right. Okay, everybody ready? Ready? So I want to check something really quick. There's a training. Okay, perfect. All right. So legendary Swiss guards were first hired for the protection of the Pope in which year?
1506.
Thank you. State, true or false? The population of Vatican City State is 100% Catholic.
True.
What is the name of the largest Catholic church in the world?
St. Peter's Basilica.
In which year was the Vatican City founded?
1929.
All right. Which pope was referred to as the prisoner of Vatican when Papal territory was seized by the newly created Kingdom of Italy in the 19th century?
It's papal territory.
Papal?
Pius
Oh, thank you.
IX.
Pius.
Pius. Thank you. All right. ATM machines in Vatican have default instructions in which language?
Latin.
Which city has the world's most striking religious Catholic architecture?
Vatican City.
In which year did Vatican adapt the euro as its currency?
99.
And true or false, the Vatican is the only country to be entirely designated a World Heritage country. That is true.
True.
All right, guys, 1999, Vatican City, true Latin, Pius the Ninth, 19,
What's the euro currency answer?
that is euro currency, 1999.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's check it out. Let's check her out. 9 out of 9. You guys are amazing. Yay. All right. Another certificate. Guys, we're almost done. Congratulations. All right. 2 more and then we are done. You guys hanging in there with me?
Yep.
Do it. All right. So no Vatican better. All right, must do. So these are must do things when you send your clients there. Cultural, historical treasure, home to the world famous churches, museums that attract millions of visitors from the world over every year to this tiny state. So let's start the course. All right, so we have the centerpiece of the Vatican is a church built in the Renaissance style. History of origin, St. Peter's Church goes back to the 4th century AD, when Emperor Constantine completed a basilica over the site of tomb of St. Peter. The original church stood there for more than 1,000 years, undergoing restorations and alterations until towards the middle of the 15th century. It was decided to replace the aging old St. Peter's Basilica. Construction of the present basilica began in 1506 under instructions from Pope Julius II and completed 120 years later in 1626. Ironically, it was the selling of indulgences to finance this building in 16th century that provoked Martin Luther to begin the Protestant Reformation. Highlights of St. Peter's Basilica is the world's largest church by internal measure. Imposing and breathtaking. It has contributions from Italy's greatest artists of the time, like Michelangelo, who designed the dome, Bernini, who created the whole squares arrangements, Maderno, who designed the church's majestic front, besides Raphael, Bramont, Peruzzi, and many others who were involved in this epic project. In the portico before the entrance, there is an equestrian statue of Constantine by Bernini and double bronze doors from the old church. Here, dear. That's what we're going to talk about. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Where was I? Okay, in the portrait by the bronze doors from the old church. Its cavernous and lavish interior contains many spectacular works of art. One of the most striking is the Pieta, sculpted by Michelangelo. The only work of art he ever signed by him, his soaring dome. Bernini's 95 feet high baldachin over the papal altar and the Pope, what is it? The Pope.
Papal.
Say it one more time.
Papal.
Papal. Okay, papal altar. And the Pope is the only priest allowed to serve at the altar. Nearby, a red floor disc marks the spot where Charlemagne and later Holy Roman emperors were crowned by the Pope. Other things of interest are Benediction Loggia, the balcony where newly elected popes are proclaimed, collection of Vatican treasures in the Museo Storico. And then beneath the church is Vatican Necropolis, the final resting place of several popes, and it is also said to house the remains of St. Peter himself. All right, other things to see. Okay, again, look at these beautiful pictures, guys. How very cool, right? Has anybody been here? Definitely on my bucket list, right? All right, the Vatican museums are 26 in number, spread over 1,400 rooms, with a collection of over 70,000 artifacts, of which 20,000 are on display in lavishly decorated halls, chapels, and galleries. This group of art and Christian museums is spread over a vast 13.6 acres complex situated within the walls of the Vatican City. Founded by Pope Julius II in early 16th century, the collections were enlarged by successive pontiffs. The Vatican museums boast one of the world's greatest art collections. Some of the prominent ones include the Museum of Classical and Antiquities, the Pio Clementine Museum, Chiaramonte Museum, the Bracco Nuovo Gallery, the Gregorian Profane Museums, which are mainly dedicated to classical sculptures comprising of statues, sculpture groups, friezes, urns, and mosaics. The Pinacoteca has a collection of 460 paintings exhibited in 18 rooms, covering a time span of 800 years from the 12th to the 19th century. The collection includes masterpieces done by Renaissance greats like Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci, Titian, Michelangelo, Bernini, Caravaggio, Perugini, Fra Angelico, and many more. The Etruscan Museum showcases rare artifacts like Etruscan bronze sculptures, ancient busts, ceramics, tapestries, silverware from the archaeological sites of Tuscany, Lazio, and Umbria. The Egyptian Museum showcases Egyptian mummies and art pieces from ancient Egypt, exhibited in 9 rooms. The Ethnological Museum holds a collection of thousands of rare pieces, mainly religious, from all over the world on display. They also have a collection of modern religious art with works of artists like Van Gogh, Gauguin, and Pablo Picasso on display. And then, depending on visitors' interest in art and architecture, the Vatican museums can be done in a few hours or over a number of days. It's a choice visitors have to make. Below, the TBO Academy is listing the must-sees from the immense collection Vatican museums offer. So the highlights here: one of the most visited museums in the world, Greek and Roman antiquity, here we go again. The Pio Clementine and the Gregorian Profane museums are dedicated to treasures of antiquity, with highlights like Laocoon, a large marble composition from 1st century AD, Belvedere torso from BC, and Viscus Thrower, a collection of Roman mosaics. We have the Bramante staircase, designed by Donato Bramante in 1505, is not open to visitors, and the modern version, designed by Giuseppe Momo in 1932, is open to the public. And then Raphael rooms, commissioned by Pope Julius II in 1508, named after the famous painter Raphael. They form a suite of reception rooms in Apostolic Palace. The most famous room is Signatura, in which Raphael painted the School of Athens. Famous for their grand fresco sequences, they mark the height of the Renaissance art. All right. And then Borgio apartment is where Pope Alexander the Sixth lived, painted by Pinturicchio. The rich, colorful frescoes depict scenes from Greek and Egyptian mythology and showcase lavishness of the Vatican Palace. Niccoline Chapel, Pope Nicholas V worshipped in this chapel, which has beautiful and vibrant 15th century frescoes painted by Fra Angelino and Benozzo Gazzalini. The rotunda room and porphyry basin resembles the Pantheon of Paris, but is smaller in size. Must see are oculus in the ceilings and rosettes in the dome. Stunning 2nd century mosaics with intricate designs decorate the floor, which are intact and have not lost their color. The giant porphyry basin carved out of an ingenious rock is the center of the room. The tapestries hall. On the walls of the hall, visitors will find tapestries from 2 different periods and regions. On the right, 17th century tapestries depict the life of Pope Urban VIII. On the left are tapestries woven in Brussels, which use silk, wool, gold, and silver threads. You have the maps room contained a series of painted topographical maps depicting Italy and its provinces. It was done by Dominican monk and geographer Ignazio Danzi and has 40 panels. Pinacoteca Vaticana, this art gallery housed in 16 rooms, was inaugurated in 1932, showcases priceless art from the Middle Ages to contemporary works. Famous paintings including Pieta by Bellini, Saint Jerome in Wilderness by Leonardo da Vinci, Christ Transfiguration by Raphael, Frari Madonna by Titian, Christ in Glory by Correggio, and the Entombment of Christ by Caravaggio, and many more. Collection of modern religious art was added in 1973, housing paintings and sculptures from artists such as Van Gogh, Gauguin, Chagall, Paul Klee, Picasso, and Salvador Dali. Egyptian Museum, founded by Pope Gregory the 16th. Important collections worthy of mention are hieroglyphic inscriptions on statues, masterpieces of pharaonic statuary, votive bronzes of 1st millennium BC, funeral costumes of ancient Egypt, cuneiform seals and tablets from Mesopotamia, vases and bronzes from Syria, and clay figurines from Hellenistic period. Other points of interest are Gallery of Statues, Cabinet of Masks, Greek Cross Gallery, Vatican Historical Museum, and the Sistine Chapel. And more. All right, part of the Vatican Museum, but deserves to be described in more detail, also known as the Greater Chapel. It is located inside the Apostolic Palace, the official residence of the Pope. It was constructed on orders of Pope Sixtus IV between 1473 and 1481, with later additions made to it between 1508 and 1512 under Pope Julius II. Sistine Chapel is a rectangular hall, which is the Pope's domestic chapel, used for services and special occasions of the papal calendar. Words cannot express the sense of wonder, majesty of space, and outstanding artwork that visitors will encounter once inside the chapel. Highlights of the Sistine Chapel. It has been the site of the Papal Enclave, the process by which the new Pope is elected. The fame of Sistine Chapel lies mainly in the frescoes of Michelangelo, and others covering the walls and ceiling that decorate its interior are acknowledged as the pinnacle of Renaissance painting. The frescoes are divided into 3 sections with biblical scenes: the creation of the heavens and earth, followed by the creation of Adam and Eve and their expulsion from the Garden of Eden, and finally the story of Noah and the great flood. Nude youths sit in fictive architecture around these frescoes, accompanied by prophets and seers who foretold the coming of Christ. In the four corners of the room, visitors will find scenes depicting the salvation of Israel. Other great examples of Michelangelo's genius are his creation, The Last Judgment, and the Deluge, where he used the physical space of the water and the sky to separate four distinct parts of the narrative. On the right and left side of the painting shows people seeking sanctuary from heavy rain under makeshift shelter as water is rising. A small boat is about to capsize in unending downpour, and in the background, men working on the building, the ark, the only hope of salvation. All right, and more watched over. Are you hungry? Hold on one sec, guys. My dog is hungry. There you go. There you go. Sorry, guys. Watched over by St. Peter's Basilica. St. Peter's Square is a large and beautiful plaza with much to explore and appreciate. Both the square and the basilica are named after St. Peter, an apostle of Jesus, considered by Catholics to be the first pope. The space, as we know today as St. Peter's Square, was designed by Bernini between 1656 and 1667 on orders from Pope Alexander the Seventh, as an appropriate forecourt so that the greatest number of people could see the Pope give the blessing from either the facade of the church or from a window of the Vatican Palace. Though Bernini's work ended in 1667, his pupils continued to add to the square, installing 140 statues above the columns till 1670. The colonnades that extend from the basilica and surround the square are said to be the motherly arms of the church, which reach out to embrace the faithful and welcome followers. Highlights of St. Peter's Square. The most impressive part of the square, besides its size, which can accommodate 300,000 people, are its 284 columns and 88 pilasters that flank the square in a colonnade of 4 rows. Above the columns, there are 140 statues of saints created by disciples of Bernini. The obelisk, originally erected in Heliopolis in Egypt, was brought to Rome on orders of Caligula and became part of the Nero circus. When Bernini was planning the design of the new square, the obelisk was moved in front of the cathedral. This is the only obelisk in Rome without hieroglyphics, and was Christianized by two popes, Sisto the Fifth, and Innocent the 13th. Recently, it was revealed by Pope Benedict the 16th that the obelisk is a huge sundial that can accurately indicate midday, thanks to a granite meridian and marble markers embedded in the square. The obelisk is very historical and a great site for visitors. Then you have the fountains, 2 fountains in St. Peter's Square. The first was built in the 5th century, fully restored in 1614, while the second was added during the construction of the colonnade. Both fountains look identical except for the Pope's emblem and admired by millions who visit the Vatican. And then events that happen at St. Peter's Square. Attend a papal audience. When Pope is in Rome, visitors can witness the Pope greet general public on any Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. in St. Peter's Square. Bookings must be done in advance and visitors should be on site few hours before time. The Angelus, celebrated by the Pope every Saturday from a window of the Apostolic Palace. Visitors intending to attend, it should be at the St. Peter's Square by 6 or 7 a.m. The event takes place at 12 or 12:30 noon, where the Pope makes a speech, gives blessings to the crowd, and the square is super crowded at that time. How about Christmas in St. Peter's Square? Special time and the beauty of the square with the nativity scenes that are set from around the world and the Christmas tree at the feet of the obelisk. And there are plenty of events to take part in people of all ages. Okay. Visitors send postcards to their loved ones from the Vatican City post office at the Piazza and shop for souvenirs at any of the shops round the square. All right, and then we have the gardens, known as the Gardens of the Vatican City, private urban garden parks, which cover more than half of the Vatican City. One of its highlights, at 57 acres, they extended the back of the St. Peter's Basilica along the slopes of the Vatican Hill. Initially, an orchard, a lawn, and a garden were laid out on orders from Pope Nicholas III in 1279, besides additions of sculptures and fountains, as he wanted to have a relaxing space for prayers. The Vatican Gardens are a perfect blend of history, art, and faith. Highlights of the gardens. Vatican Gardens were designed by Donato Bramante in 3 distinct landscaping styles, namely English, French, and Italian. Bramante's Belvedere Courtyard is a must-see for visitors. In the 16th century, the Vatican Gardens became home to the magnificent collection of Renaissance masterpieces in the form of architecture, sculptures, and fountains. Standout works of art are Fountain of the Eagle, Lourdes Grotto, St. John's Gardens, and 17 Maria images. The beauty of Vatican Gardens can be admired by visitors from the cupola of St. Peter's. Vatican Gardens are home to the Vatican heliport, radio station, and train station, and visitors are allowed to enter the Vatican Gardens with a tour guide. All right, last one, and then we do our test. Originally designed by the Emperor Hadrian as his final resting place, also known as Castle of Holy Angel, is a towering cylindrical building which houses Hadrian's tomb, was later converted to a papal fortress, sorry if I read, and today is an important museum visited by throngs of visitors annually. The structure was once the tallest building in Rome and is an instantly recognizable landmark even today. Highlights of the castle, St. Angelo. It is the final resting place of Roman emperors. The tomb of Emperor Hadrian was erected on the right bank of the river Tiber, where he was buried in 138 AD. And following the remains of succeeding emperors were placed here, the last of them being Emperor Caracalla in 2017 AD. The urns containing these ashes are believed to be kept in the treasury room. In the beginning of the 14th century, Pope Nicholas III converted the structure to a castle, connected it to St. Peter's Basilica by a covered fortified corridor passage di Borgo. Pope Leo X added a chapel, later a statue of Saint Michael holding a sword was added after the plague of 590 AD. The Papal state also used the castle as a prison in medieval times. Nowadays, the castle houses a museum with grand collection of paintings, military memorabilia, sculptures, and firearms. All right, let's take the quiz. Everybody ready? I think we're almost done, guys. Whoop, 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 whoop. Place in the Vatican considered to have the pinnacle of Renaissance paintings? What was it?
Sistine.
Sistine, thank you. Construction of St. Peter's Basilica as we see it today took how many years to complete?
120.
On which day of the week can visitors attend a papal audience? Is that Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Which place in the Vatican is the site of the papal enclave where the new pope is elected?
Sistine Chapel.
Name the place which was designed as the final resting place of Emperor Hadrian was converted into a papal fortress.
The castle.
Which one is it? The
The
castle?
castle. Mhm.
Who designed the famous and happening St. Peter's Square in the Vatican?
Bramante.
And which year was the collection of modern religious art added to the Vatican museums?
1929.
I know that, what is it?
It was
guys?
1973.
73, thank you. True or false? Bramante designed the beautiful, lush Vatican gardens.
True.
What year did Raphael rooms commissioned by, in which year were Raphael rooms commissioned by Pope Julius II?
Marnie, looks like I have different questions.
They may be out of order, and if not, we'll go through and make sure you have.
No,
I
I
also
have,
have
I have different
question.
questions as
Okay.
well.
Okay, so we'll finish these two and then we'll go through your guys's.
Thank you.
All right, which year were Raphael rooms commissioned? Anybody know?
Oh,
I think it was 1506.
And then the obelisk, as we see it today, erected in St. Petersburg Square, was brought to the Vatican from where?
Egypt, I think.
Egypt.
All right. All right, what questions do you guys have so we can all help and make sure everybody passes?
Okay, one of mine says true or false. The Vatican museums are a group of art and Christian museums.
True.
I'd say true. Okay, next.
Which place in Vatican is the site of papal enclave where new pope is elected?
Sistine Chapel, isn't it?
The choices are Maps Room, Sistine Chapel, and Pinacoteca Vaticana.
Repeat the question.
It's
Oh, which-
Sistine Chapel.
The Sistine
Sorry.
Chapel.
Yeah.
What
Sorry.
is the benediction logia? The choices are, is the place where Pope is the only priest allowed to serve at the altar, or the balcony where newly elected popes are proclaimed?
Oh, it's the balcony.
Balcony.
Okay, so I think I got this one. This was the same. Which place in Vatican is considered to have the pinnacle of Renaissance painting? I put Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
And where is the Sistine Chapel located? Choices are in the Apostolic Palace in Vatican, inside the Grand Church in Milan, or inside the Magnificent Church in Seville. I'm guessing the Vatican.
Apostolic, yeah.
Name the place which was designed as the final resting place of Emperor Hadrian, was converted into a papal fortress.
The castle of St. Angelo.
Okay,
Good
got that
Angela.
one. Yeah, I had that. I just want to make sure. Which pope first resided in Borgio Apartments? I'm guessing Pope Pius the Ninth.
Oh, Pius.
So it's Pope Pius.
Yes.
Okay, I got that one because that was 120 years. And the modern religious art added to the Vatican, it was 1973, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then the
So
last one
that's
is,
what we put.
yeah, that's what I put. And the last one is, in which year were Raphael rooms commissioned by Pope Julius II?
And we put 1506.
Okay, I don't know if someone else has different questions than that even.
I don't know if this one was answer money or if it was, or if my test question is different. Who designed the magnificent dome of the St. Peter's Basilica?
Michelangelo.
Thank you.
All right, everybody good? Anybody else missing any?
This is Doris. I have two questions I may have missed.
Okay,
One is, what is benediction's logia? Logia? It says-
Balcony.
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 Okay. And the second was a true and false. The Vatican museums are a group of art and Christian museums.
True.
True.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you.
Yay. All right, let's test
Um,
it.
wait,
Somebody
who,
else?
one
uh,
last quick question.
Yeah.
What is benediction logia? Says, is the palace where the Pope is the only priest allowed to serve the altar, or the balcony where the newly elected popes are proclaimed?
Balcony.
The balcony, thank you.
All right, everybody good? Let's check
About
it.
this one, who
Okay,
designed the
good.
famous and happening St. Peter's Square in Vatican?
Michelangelo.
Okay.
All right, so it looks like we missed 2 out of 2, but we still passed. So you got your certificate. So again, congratulations, guys. Did everybody pass?
Yes.
Okay, we have
Yes.
one left, and then we will be complete. And then next Friday, we'll have to put something else on because we completed this, hopefully. All right, so this is shopping and dining near the Vatican. All right, so again, congratulations, everybody. Let's get this finished. Visitors to Vatican can indulge in shopping for some unique Vatican-inspired souvenirs listed below, along with the listing from where to
Marnie?
shop. Yeah,
Sorry, I guess I didn't pass. I had
Okay.
4 questions. It got me.
The Popes.
all right.
Which Pope first resided in Borgia Apartments?
What are the,
Julius II, Alexander VI, or Pope Pius IX?
which one is it, guys?
Pius, I believe.
Pius, try Pius.
I think that's what I did, and I think it got me wrong.
It didn't show you which ones you had wrong?
Yeah, it's 4 in red.
Okay,
In which year were Raphael rooms commissioned by Pope Julius II? 1503, 1506, 1508. I put 1506 and it got me wrong.
Hmm.
okay. Here, if you want to read it over, if nobody knows, I'll Google it. So what is it?
Okay, so in which year were Raphael rooms commissioned by Pope Julius II? It's got 1503, 1506, or 1508.
Okay, and again, we got 2 wrong, so I can't say that that's it. Okay, so, Raphael rooms. And what was it?
1508.
1508.
Is it 1508? Okay.
That was one I didn't know.
What other ones do you have?
You know, what's interesting, I try to select it and it doesn't let me. It's like it's on a review face or something.
Oh,
You have to
says
click
It
retake
says
quiz.
retake quiz. And so the 4 that I got wrong was Pope first resided in Borgia Apartments, Julius II, Alexander VI, Pope Pius IX. Who designed the
You'll have
famous
to
happenings
redo
at
the
Peter's
quiz.
Square? So
Yeah,
anyway, it
start
was like
over.
4 wrong and I can't seem to, I have to retake the quiz. Okay.
You
Yeah,
have to
just go
start
back
over
in
and
and,
take
yeah,
both things.
just go through it really quick and we'll tell you the answers.
All right. On which day of the week the visitor can attend a people audience? That's on Wednesday, I recall. Who designed the magnificent dome, St. Peter's Basilica? I think I put
Michelangelo.
Bramante.
Michelangelo,
Is it Michelangelo?
yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
that's.
All right. And which
Michelangelo.
year were Raphael-
Michelangelo did the
Michelangelo.
dome. And
It's
then
Pope
Michelangelo.
Julius II, that's 1508.
Mm.
Raphael rooms commissioned.
Raphael
by-
rooms is 1508.
Okay. State whether true or false, Bramante designed the beautiful lush Vatican gardens.
I thought that
think-
was about Bastani or whatever. But
What
I
are the
think I
choices?
answered. I think I answered true. I mean, it seems like for the first time, people are getting different questions. I
yeah,
noticed they usually
they
the same
change
question.
up. That's why, that's why, again, it's kind of good when we do it together, because if you're doing it's like, wait, those aren't the same questions. So
Yeah, especially if you're going back to do it later if you missed the training. Yeah.
Yeah.
State
The
whether true or
gardens-
false.
The
Besides
gardens,
big-
it says on the slide, it says that the gardens were
He's asking.
laid out per the orders of Pope Nicholas the Third. But it's called the Bramante.
Bramante?
Yeah, and they were designed by Donato Bramante.
Oh, it's not, it's called Bramante, but it's designed by somebody else?
It was designed by Donato Bramante. His first name's Donato.
Oh, okay. Okay, Sistine Chapel's located in the Apostolic Palace in Vatican, yeah. Okay, which place in Vatican is considered at the pinnacle of Renaissance painting? That's gotta be
What are the options?
Sistine Chapel, St. Peter's Basilica, or Etruscan Museum. It's gonna be Sistine Chapel or St. Peter's Basilica. It's not Etruscan Museum, I don't think.
Try Sistine, maybe?
Pinnacle, yeah, okay. What is Benediction Loggia? It's a place where the Pope is the only priest allowed to serve at the altar. On the balcony, I think I put on the balcony, and I think I might have got that wrong, but
Changed it again.
is a place where Pope's the only priest allowed to serve at the altar? Okay, I'm gonna go with that one. Which place in Vatican is the site of papal enclave where new Pope is elected?
Which was designed as the final resting place of Emperor.
Sistine Chapel.
Sistine Chapel, okay. Which Pope first resided in Borgia Apartments? I think I put Pope Pius the Ninth. I think I got it wrong. Oh. Pope Julius II or Pope Alexander VI or Pope Pius the Ninth?
Okay, what's the question?
Which Pope first resided in Borgia Apartments? Pope Julius II, Alexander VI, or Pius the Ninth?
I think we put Pius the Ninth.
So
Was
you're
that our
thinking
part?
Pope Pius the Ninth?
That's what we all put, but I'm not sure if it's right, because like Marnie said, we all missed two.
As long as you
Yeah.
miss two, you still pass.
Right. Which year was a collect? Okay, so Pope Pius the Ninth, you're thinking, okay. In which, but I think that's the one I answered and it got me. I think I'm gonna go with Alexander VI. In which year was a collection of modern religious art added to the Vatican museums? 1508, 1929, or 1973?
1508.
1508?
Yeah, not what we put, guys.
Yes.
I thought the art
Right,
was added in
1973.
1973.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
have as well.
Modern art, I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, 1973, whoever said that, I think that's,
Yeah, what? I thought the modern art was 1973 as well.
all right. So
You
now
passed?
I'm like, now I'm with you guys, 8 out of 10. All the others were 100%. Crazy. Thank you,
All right.
sorry.
Gotta
At
love
least-
it.
At least you passed. Okay, cool. All right, so
Yeah,
we have
that's the first time
we have
somebody
one
got me.
left, guys. Okay, let's do it and get it done and get her done. So again, everybody passed, everybody good? Let's move on. Get this one done.
Sorry.
Congratulations. Again, nice that we all help each other. All right, so visitors to Vatican can indulge in shopping for some unique Vatican-inspired souvenirs listed below, along with a listing from where to shop for them. Can treat themselves to a breakfast at cafes or a hearty meal at restaurants located inside the Vatican City. And last but not least, below under the accommodations listing, we provide hotel options to stay near the Vatican to aged partners for their esteemed customers who wish to stay close and visit the view the sights of the Vatican. All right, so let's take a look and see where we're going to send our clients. All right, so you have shopping, okay? Lots of exciting places. So top souvenir shops, okay? So you have the statues of Jesus Christ, Virgin Mary, and the saints. So you've got all these places here, okay? Saint metals, metal wood, holy water bottles, etc. Over here, where to buy the souvenirs, okay? So right here, quality souvenir shopping in the Vatican. Head to Via della Consolazione Street, takes visitors from St. Peter's Square to Castle St. Angelo, and discover delightful souvenirs. So they can shop at the Vatican museums, the Gallery Pietro shop, Santa Souvenirs, Libreria Editrice Vaticana, Italian style Galleria, Capriati, and Domas. All right, now here's restaurants, dining options, okay? Lots of places, visitors to Vatican. Again, you can save the slides up here so you can refer to your clients. Visitors to Vatican can come mostly on day trips and typically leave by sunset. Food in Vatican is largely Italian fare, consisting of various pastas, polenta, rosato dishes, and pizzas. Visitors looking for a quick bite while on tour can avail food in 2 cafe-style eateries located inside Vatican museums, or a small cafe serving quick bites at St. Peter's Basilica. Here, the TBO Academy gives insights on places to eat and drink inside the Vatican. All right, so you have the Italian and Japanese here. You have pizzeria, breakfast, all these different places. Italian, you have the vegan restaurant here, bistro, wine bar, Italian. This is close to St. Peter's Square, so I don't know if they're going to ask us a question, but hard to kind of memorize those, right? All right, best places to stay. All right, so you have all these, the Dorchester collection, Anatara Palazzo, Grand Malia, Hotel Splendida, Hotel Minerva, so Dom, Roma, St. George, Palazzo, and Roma Gestiano. And again, more hotels to choose from: Best Western, boutique hotels, Atlanta Garden Hotel, Palazzo, Vatican style Rome. And I don't know how we're going to pass this quiz, but we will try. All right, and then again, more options for hotels to stay in. So let's take the quiz and see what it says. Say, which one's closest to here? Well, it didn't give us that, right? Unless I missed something. What is the category, star category of star hotels Michelangelo Rome? I'd probably say a 4-star. Is anybody back on those pages? Does it show? Guess we can guess. What is the star category of star hotels Michelangelo Rome? Anybody know?
I would say it's either a 4 or 5-star with a name like Michelangelo.
Right. I'm gonna put 4.
4.
True or false? Hotel Eden is a Dorchester Collection hotel near the Vatican.
True.
Visitors can buy Vatican-inspired necklaces, pendants, and earrings. I would say true, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Which restaurant offers Italian and Japanese cuisine located in front of the museums?
The
Boy.
Hoy.
And how many cafe-style eateries does the Vatican museums have?
2.
Right, let's test it out. Ding, 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 ding.
Yay.
I got a 5. Whoop! Woo, congratulations. You have now completed the Vatican Specialist Certificate Program. Yay! Go ahead and pull your certificate. Congratulations, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me. So there you've got now what, 5 certificates we did today. So congratulations. Is that all we have?
I just had like
Yeah.
one quick question. I actually took this course because I am working on booking a trip to the Vatican for 2 people.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know what site I should go on to like look for that to like actually book it.
Well, I would start with VAX. You can go
Start with Vex.
VAX.
Okay.
Yeah, VAX is because you have all those options for you know, for FunJet, Apple Vacations and stuff. Let me look up really quick some other ones because I vendors to use. So for Europe, Travel Impressions is another one that a lot of people use. Viator, okay. Here's SITA World Tours is also another one. SITA, SITA. All right, but yeah, usually we start with the backs, and then Travel Impressions is another one. And then
I've used Trafalgar and
Trafalgar
Viator.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
Trafalgar
awesome. Thank
also.
you.
Yep, perfect. All right, guys, so congratulations. Tomorrow we are doing Wyndham Vacation Resorts. So if you guys want to join us for Wyndham tomorrow, it'll be at, I think it's at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Central. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. We'll figure out what to do next Friday since we finished this one. So I'll put it on the schedule for next Friday, what we're going to finish for, you know, next Friday. Again, congratulations, everybody. Hope you guys learned something new and had some fun, and have an amazing weekend, okay? And then we'll get the schedule out for next month for the training also, okay?
Thank you,
All right.
Maureen, and thanks
You're
for the help with
welcome.
that quiz.
Huh?
Thank you, Marty.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You guys have fun. Thank you. If we don't see you at the beaches of the world, we'll see you at the bank. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.